All right, yeah, everything's rolling.
Can I get Can I get an extra large Alrightarito with a side of pontification?
They just start rambling about philosophy.
Yeah. They're like, all right. I'm gonna channel my inner Fez for this one. You ready for this?
Hold on.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Feature 52 podcast, the show where we sit down, hang out, interview, interrogate, talk to, hang out with, I already said hang out with, underground and upcoming artists within our local Las Vegas scene and other scenes if anyone else wants to come on. We're open to some foreign people from farewell other cities.
Los Angeles.
I am Zebra Force. This is my compatriot, Michael Westlake.
Hey.
Usually behind the lens, but today he's taken our other host, Fez's seat. Because Fez got the cheese touch, so he cannot be here today. Today in the studio, we got Star of Xenojin.
Hi.
What's up, man?
Hi.
How's it going? How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Space Boy, intern, behind the lens.
Intern.
Intern. Can you get me my list from the desk in the control room, please?
Wow.
This is unprofessional. I forgot my list of questions.
Oy.
But you just blessed us with some excellent tunes in your live session.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, dude.
Awesome.
It was so good. I can't wait to...
Whoa! That was perfect.
It landed exactly where I would have placed it. For the audio listeners, I just got a notepad thrown at me. I hope that was after a minute. We might have to bleep that one out.
Yeah. Whatever.
Water break, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what can you tell us about your music?
Just kind of like, I don't know. Music is like very like, for me it's, I don't know. Like I really like really like to like implement like music technology. That's like a really big thing for me.
Yeah,
but I also wanted to like add in like, that's why I did like half like, like electronic on one side, and then like the other like half like
is
guitar
the mic
and
okay?
stuff. I think so.
Is it gonna fall? We can pause. If you push it more towards the arm, there you go. Yeah, there you go. It should stay.
Now it's okay.
Yeah.
We're back.
Nice.
You use a lot of moving parts for your live set. What is your favorite part of doing that, or what got you into doing that in the first place?
I don't know, friend of mine. I actually didn't like gear at all. I was the kind of guy that like, I would just use like whatever's on the computer, like VSTs and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, why pay all that money? Like I can just use like free VSTs and I'm good.
Yeah.
But then he like kind of showed me like all this cool like gear and stuff. It started off with like guitar pedals, and yeah, because I didn't have guitar pedals before. I was just using what I would do before was like run effects through the computer into the amp, which was terrible. There was like a lot of noise, but after I opened my eyes to like physical hardware, like it's so much like fun because like you can really have more control of what's going on. And yeah, I just got into that. It started with like just one pedal and then more pedals, and then I was like, oh, I love synthesizers and stuff. And I was like, and then I found out like synthesizers can communicate through MIDI, so you can connect a keyboard. And then I was like, wait, you can also connect drum machines to it and all these other things, and it's like it's so like vast.
Yeah, it's a whole rabbit hole.
Yeah,
once you learn one thing, it's like, oh, I can do this. Oh wait, I can do this too.
You're opening so many doors exponentially. Just more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
So many options. It can get overwhelming.
It was at first, but now like with time, it just kind of clicked, and now I feel pretty like comfortable with it. Like I'm very like well, now I know like the function of it. Like before, I was just like, what are channels? Like, what are MIDI channels? Or like or like even with like synthesizers, I needed to figure out how like resonance worked and attack and all that. So it was really fun, kind of like getting into the deeper side of like music technology.
Right,
It's,
right.
like, really,
It's a whole nother world.
yeah.
And I felt like, well, at least for me, I was around a lot of people who were just they're musicians in the sense like they play guitar, or they play bass or drums or whatever, but I didn't know a lot of people that were into the production side of things. So learning was like a really huge turn for me. Like I had to really try to like find the info that I needed to find to get into, especially like learning MIDI. It gets really fucking confusing. Like, but you know, MIDI 2 is coming out soon. So
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even know
This
that.
summer.
no, I'm
sounds so
serious.
absurd.
Oh, yeah?
but,
Yeah,
like,
no, that was a serious
MIDI
thing.
too.
Yeah, no.
Well, what's the thing with it? Like,
Well,
what
MIDI,
makes it two?
MIDI as it is was created in what, like the
Like the
late
70s, yeah.
early 80s, something like that. So we've been using the same. I love that you placed the water bottle upside down after you opened it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, thanks. MIDI 1, has been the same for 40, 50 years, however long it's been around, and there hasn't been any improvements on it.
Yeah,
And,
it's pretty much the same.
So I don't know when it's supposed to come around, but MIDI 2 is supposed to be like way more channels, way more updated to modern technology, way more integrated with computers than we currently have. When MIDI was first created as a language, as a programming language. I guess technically it is.
Yeah, it is. I would say so.
Everything's binary, and we didn't have computers. Everyone wasn't running a laptop on stage, so they got to like make some changes. I don't know when that's supposed to come around though. I'm pretty sure it's like soon.
I'm excited to see what they come out of that, because MIDI in itself, it's it seems overwhelming at first, but it is pretty straightforward and simple. If they do add more channels, that's pretty nuts, because right now it's just 16. That's like the standard.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go up to 64.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah,
that's really crazy.
I'm really excited to see what the possibilities are. It's
Yeah.
like already with MIDI, there's so much that you can do that it's like hard to wrap your mind around. I can't wait to see what new controllers come out with new MIDI stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna the how the hardware like adapts to the new software. Like that's gonna be interesting to see, like how different companies make different MIDI controllers and stuff like that. And
yeah,
that's gonna be
because
really
previously all the software is adapting to old hardware, so we're kind of like in the flip flop now. Yeah, that's super cool.
That's very interesting. I'll have to look into that. You learn something new every day. I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm glad I could toss that little tidbit of information.
Brought to you by MIDI 2.
So you
Coming
said
this summer.
Yeah, this summer, MIDI 2. You said your first little piece of gear was guitar pedals. What got you into learning gear and stuff?
Oh, like I said, like a friend of mine just like opened my eyes.
But like, what'd you get? What was your first piece?
Oh, what I got? The first one. Ooh. I think it was like I think it was a Boss Super Chorus. It was like, I think it was a CE 20 or something. But it was like those weird looking Boss pedals that had like the two like pedals. Yeah, it was one of those, and that was like my first pedal that I got. When I got interested in it, my first pedal actually was like a distortion pedal, Boss, but like I was like whatever about it, and I think I sold it. This was in high school, but when I got really into it I think I was like 23, about.
And how old are you now?
26.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been into this for a while.
Yeah.
Were you always a guitarist or?
Yeah, that's my main instrument, guitar. I studied like music theory with guitar, and I just kind of like translated it over with all the other instruments.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll play piano too. I'm not amazing, but I can get the ideas across with the chords.
Mm-hmm. I feel like every musician can play a little piano.
I mean, they should. Like every musician.
I mean,
should know piano for sure.
I think I'm pretty sure like if you go to music school, whatever you major in, like whatever instrument, you still kind of go back to piano for reference. I know there was this one artist, he was like a bass player, but like he pretty much knew, like he was pretty knowledgeable about the keyboard, like the piano, and it's a really really good tool to understand music theory too. Like it's so like straightforward. It's like sequential, like in an order. Like whereas guitar, it's just like you have some notes and then like it goes like E, F, G, and then the next one is like there. It's kind of like for some people that's kind of weird, but like piano is straightforward. It's just like C, D, E, F, G, A.
Yeah, it's all right there.
It's right really there, mess it up. And you know it's really good to visualize. And I mean that's why like, I mean piano rolls for like production is like an amazing thing. I don't know. I know a lot of like producers that just like, it's really interesting how they utilize the piano roll, but I don't know. Piano, like the structure of it is, I feel like every musician just kind of like should utilize that.
Well, it's the most straightforward way to visualize everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so powerful.
There's a reason why DAWs use a piano roll.
Exactly.
A guitar roll.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the easiest way to visualize everything.
Yeah.
So your music and your socials, Spotify, Instagram, everything, even you right now on the podcast, it's very mysterious. You know, you're wearing a shawl. Is that what it's called? A shawl? Balaclava?
Balaclava shawl. Ski mask.
What is the thought process behind all of your socials? You got a very mysterious vibe. I feel like it fits the music, but is there like anything more deep to that you can tell us about?
I like really into like esoteric stuff. Anything like deeper, like hidden, like knowledge, I guess you can say. Just like anything like spiritual, just like the deeper side of it. So like I try to take from like that realm, like that space. Just that's what it's all about. It's just my whole thing was like try to do I don't know, like I'm trying to do like a comic too.
Oh.
And animation, but I get so lazy.
So I take it you draw all of your art.
Yeah, I draw all of my art.
Sick.
I do all of the art for my music and just everything. Like all the art you see on my pages, just like it's all me. So,
what is the language that you use like on all your socials and stuff? Is that like where the font or whatever? It looks
so. It's Japanese, and the other one is like Hebrew or Ivrit.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
it looked like Hebrew, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar enough.
Yeah. So those are like the two languages I'm like trying to learn. I started with Japanese, and now I'm trying to do like Hebrew. Also trying to do like Arabic too, but that'll come with learning Hebrew because they're kind of like cousins. Semantically.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a lot of similarities between them. They have different, script, but, they come from like the same family. They're very closely related. So I figure if I learn that, I can easily like carry it over to Arabic.
So your goal is to be quadlingual.
Pretty much. So far I know 2 languages fluently. It's Spanish and English.
Oh, so you're actually looking towards quintuplingual.
Well, and then add music into there too.
That's man, that's what is 6?
Sexlingual?
Sexlingual. Yeah, I'm sexlingual.
There's a pickup line right there. So back to you were saying with the comics and stuff. So like you're trying to do like a whole world building sort of thing behind the Star of Xenojin name. Like,
yeah. Because like
awesome.
Me personally, like the character is like Kirov, but Star of Xenojin is like the whole concept of everything. Like I'm not Star of Xenojin.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
I
All right, go back, edit the intro. I'm sorry I said that.
No, it's okay. I am.
We're learning.
Yeah.
But I'm not. But I am.
So the whole concept is Star of Xenojin.
Yes.
What are you as the medium for the music to come through?
Me, I'm a medium.
You are
I'm basically
a
like I'm
faceless
basically like a
medium.
medium. The character is kind of like from like a totally different like dimension, like years from the past. Same. It's like a similar like reality, but it's I guess they're here to just kind of communicate something that's needed.
You're like a
said
scryer
here.
almost or something. Like
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And-
I love that angle.
Yeah. Any artist that like does world building and lore behind their music and makes it conceptual, that's some of my favorite because you're taking the storytelling aspect of music to the maximum. Like you're taking outside
absolutely.
of just the music and everything, and you're making it multimedia.
Yeah.
And stuff. That's awesome. That's really cool.
It's really hard by yourself though.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
So is the comic out? Is it coming out?
No. I've done some on Instagram. I wouldn't say they're comics, but like they're little like short sequences,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to expand on it more. I just need to like really just sit down and focus, but I get easily distracted. I really do. But I've been getting better at it.
That's
But I
sick.
definitely really like my biggest goal since I was a kid was to like do animation.
Mhm.
But that's a whole other rabbit hole that I'm getting myself into.
I would love to do animation, but I can't draw. But I want to be a part of an animation. Like,
Yeah.
in some sort of way, I want to be a part of the
Right.
production. It'd be so fun.
So like my music is connected to the art and connected to the potential animation and comics.
Mhm.
And yeah, I really do want to make this like a bigger thing. Kind of like put out there what I feel eternally
Mm-hmm.
and kind of, I don't know, put out ideas that are really old too. Cause like I said, like I really like to study like old, like esoteric stuff from like any religion. So, there's just a lot of cool like things from the past that could be like brought up to us now and could be a benefit to us. The past can definitely guide us to the future in some way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have any examples of what you mean?
As of now, not really. I'm still kind of like
Just the general concept.
yeah,
of it,
just the general concept of the goal of I don't know, find like a higher state of like being,
Mhm.
just something like that.
Yeah, that's so cool. Like I'm fascinated with the concept and like the whole idea of the project. Is there one set like thing that inspired that direction for you instead of doing like the common band, just average musician route?
I don't know. I guess I just kind of been on that since I was a kid. So I just been working on trying to make it fully realized.
So you've always kind of wanted to go a different route with music than
Yeah,
the general.
definitely
Yeah.
wanted to do something a little bit more out there. Not the usual path, I guess. I don't know. I really just wanted to like do something that really brings the creativity out of me like to the maximum. But I'm so lazy.
It's all right. It's like you've got so much on your plate, and you're still taking in information all the time. Like even if you don't animate today or you don't.
Yeah,
work on
it's
music today,
like a juggle because like
Yeah.
one day I'm trying to like absorb like information, and the next day and you gotta try to like implement that.
Mm-hmm.
Next day you're just like not feeling good, and you
don't want to do any of it.
You don't want to do any of it. You just want to sit down and watch TV or something.
I mean, doing the music alone is a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
Like adding all of the other aspects to it is, I mean, you got to know what hats to wear when, and that's super difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work. So like, I commend you. That's like super respectable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's sick. I'm really hyped on the project and excited to see where it goes.
And like when you listen to the live session on Friday, you will see like you've already got a huge step up like with your music. Like you have a clear direction and you have all these tools that you work with, and you know what each little dial does. Like that's a lot. That's like more than a lot of people can say like in the position, like in a similar position, I guess, you know. So it's you've got like a great start with the music and like what you've been doing, you know, so everything else will come. But it's just really cool to see like a new take on, well, I'm an up and coming artist, you know, like you're doing something different. It's awesome to see.
Thank you.
So your most recent album dropped this year, right?
Yes.
What month was that? Like this spring, right? Or
I think it actually came out on 420.
Oh, 420. Nice.
I could be wrong, but I think it's around like April.
It's what, like 26 songs? It's like 25,
26 songs. There's a lot of like hidden like symbolism with that.
What can you tell us about it?
Like the number 26.
Oh.
You guys can research that on your own time.
Okay.
If you guys are curious at home too. But yeah, I kind of wanted to make that like into like I wanted to give it like a vibe, like if it was like a movie, like an OVA, like anime shit, like just like there's like a like it's not just like randomly plays. Well, yeah, I just really wanted it to sound like a journey of some sorts.
Yeah,
and yeah, that album really just took a very, very long time.
Very long 26 time. Songs. That's
very long time.
That is a long time.
Because some of those songs are actually like 3 years old, like 4 years old.
Wow.
And some of them are like from last year. So it definitely is a huge album. It's kind of inconvenient, like if I want to like do pressings or stuff like that. Or cassettes, like it's way too huge.
Yeah,
it's do like a part one. But
I would have to do like
sort of
parts and stuff like that. Yeah. So
is that something that you want to do, like make physical copies of it?
Yeah, I at some point I want to do physical copies. I also want to do like the comic thing, so that with the copies.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, just like you like not sell the comics, like actually have the comics with those comic. I mean,
like
with
one box.
Yeah. So it comes with like the vinyl or something, or the cassette, and it kind of explains what's going on in the album.
Yeah, so like you sit down and listen to it, and you're reading. I love that.
Yeah. So like
it's a whole ritual.
I was thinking of like, I'm in the process of like one page, but like each page is gonna be like 26 pages, right? And each page is each song.
Nice.
So. That's so cool. Yeah, one of my favorite things about like buying a physical copy of something is, you know, opening it up, listening to it, reading all whatever's written on the inside, you know, going through the lyrics, appreciating the art and stuff.
Yeah.
So like adding one extra layer to that, like by telling a full story, is super cool.
We'll see if it comes fully realized.
I
really hope so too.
I wish you the best.
But I agree. Like that's what I love about buying vinyls. Like there's just so much in there. I love getting the posters in there too.
Yeah,
that's the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's the art of like making an album, like a complete story, like a thing, you know. It's not just like single. It's like here's a complete collection of music that I've meticulously placed in a certain order. Like it's a story, and here's like some other media, here's some, you know, art, like words and everything. Like it's a whole
there's a huge market for that experience. As opposed to whatever the generic music business model is, you know, single after single. 5 singles for a 7-song album.
It's the worst, man. It's like just put the album
out. So you do all of the production from start to finish, like mix, master, everything.
Yeah.
What's is there any part of that you dislike?
That's a good question. Definitely for like anybody that does production, that's there's so much things.
Yeah, I mean, because it's so much.
I will say like the hardest thing for me has always been mastering. I just can't wrap my head around it. Starting the idea is hard, but I say in between that, I love that part. You know, just adding the little like bits and pieces, like little sound effects there, or like a little guitar part there.
Yeah, you get
like,
real micro.
That section's like great. I love it. Just having the idea and just like, you know, expanding on it. But like, when it comes to mastering, I just, I don't know why. I watch so much YouTube videos and I still can't like wrap my head around it for some reason. I know like one day I will, but as of now, just.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of in the same boat. I really don't like the mastering part of things, but I'm learning. I've certainly come a long way in the last year or so.
Yeah.
But it's always been like the little meticulous edits.
Yeah, it's really tedious. You really have to sit there and like listen.
Like pass after pass after pass after pass. Like,
So.
Yeah.
That's definitely the hardest part. I think we can all agree.
Definitely. But, you know, it can be fun.
It can be, yeah.
I enjoy it.
At the end of the day, you're creating.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a whole nother process in mastering too. And
speaking of processes, what's your writing process like?
Ooh,
some
Fez energy right
I
there.
told you I'm channeling my inner Fez today.
Nice.
Fez, if you're watching this, bless you. I hope you're okay.
He will definitely be watching
You'll
this.
be okay by then, but from the past, talking to you in the future,
Nice.
just letting you know, at this time in the past, I was blessing you to be better. So I hope you were doing okay, and you were getting better.
This is awesome.
Yeah, he's gonna appreciate that.
Yeah.
I hope he says something about this. But what's your writing process like? You usually start with guitar, or because that's your main instrument, or
Yeah, spot on. Yeah. I'll start with guitar. Usually I'll start with drums just to have like some kind of like I hate the metronome. I really do. I can't stand it. Those clicks. So I'll just like use drums, like MIDI drums, and just get like a simple backbeat, and then I'll get the guitar going and just kind of go from there. You know, chords and then some lead over it, and I usually do vocals last.
Do you usually start with the concept for the song? Like when you sit down, like say you're gonna write a song right now, you might start with guitar, but do you have an overall idea of what the song is going to be prior to, or you just sit down and start jamming?
Usually I just start jamming and trying to like search for the sound. I can't really it's really rare for me to be like, oh, I know that I want to do this specific thing. Most of the time I find I just kind of like jam out a little bit. I'll record it and I'll go back to it, and if I'm like digging it, then I'll like expand on it more.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
When you create like and you're just like in the studio making stuff, do you like, I imagine you have just tons of projects that you've like made and you just like, I'm never going to release that. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
We all do.
Totally.
Yeah. If you've got an audio interface, that means you have at least a dozen projects that you're never going to release.
Yeah. I just imagine with all the toys you've got, like,
yeah, definitely.
Like, all right, let's focus on this one. Like, do you do that? Like, say, I don't remember exactly which ones you had, but like, will you start a project like focusing with like one tool or whatever, or like, do you just sit down with the whole rig and just work from there?
Yeah, I usually have everything set up right in front of me,
Mm.
just so like if I'm like, oh, that might sound cool, and it's right there for me to just utilize right away.
Nice.
So I like having everything like right in front of me, accessible. That's also why I love gear, because like one of the annoying things, I used to use Pro Tools a lot, and that's how I learned all my production from basically Pro Tools. But now I use Ableton because Ableton's
Because it's better.
it's better. I don't mean to be
Sorry, Pro Tools guys.
sorry.
No, I did the same thing. I started on really, I started on fucking like FL Studio. But my first real DAW, sorry, FL Studio users, my first like professional DAW. I'm making all the enemies tonight. My first like real professional DAW is Pro Tools, and I hated it.
Yeah, that was a headache. Forget like I finally made the switch because it was just so hard to like implement MIDI with Pro Tools.
I love Pro Tools, but MIDI using it as a creative tool is terrible. It's like it's just it's practically unusable.
I would say it's great for like stuff like this or like live performance.
Yeah.
Or recording. I don't know. I if you're recording like physical instruments, then yeah,
absolutely.
Go
ahead.
I have a lot of like hardware that utilizes MIDI, and Pro Tools just isn't the right tool for that.
Yeah.
Ableton is it's such a great tool for when it comes to like MIDI in general.
I think I said that everything you just said. I'm pretty sure I brought that up in the June podcast. It's like Pro Tools there's a reason it's the industry standard for studios, because it's like it works really well for that. But as soon as you start to try to use it as a creative tool and like do MIDI, do anything live, it's just a pain in the ass. It's like
I don't know. And for me too, like with Ableton, people might disagree, and that's fine. But like the look of Ableton, I really enjoy, like just the UI and the UX of it.
Yeah, a lot of people disagree with you on that.
But I love it because it's so not in your face. Like you look at FL or Pro Tools, like I don't know. At least when I used them, it just felt like it was like trying to look too good.
Oh yeah,
I will say FL was way more overwhelming for me than Pro Tools for some reason.
Yeah. When I switched from FL to Pro Tools, I was like, oh, learning a new DAW isn't like a hard thing, but learning FL Studio is like a nightmare.
Yeah. I
got really good at using it. I mean, I probably wouldn't even be able to make a project on it now because it's been so many years since I've opened it. But I remember learning FL and being like, what is going on?
Yeah. Like you make a drum beat and then you're like, okay.
I didn't even know how to put it into like the track or anything like that. I was like, what?
Yeah. No shade to any of the people who use
the people that people that use FL Studio, that's like that are masters in it, like
they're really
it's
good.
Really impressive.
Yeah.
Really great, and I don't know how they do it. They're like wizards or something. Cause
everyone's gonna use what they use.
Yeah, we'll all have like our preference. There's no there isn't the best tool. I'm not gonna sit here and say Ableton's. Like it just works for my needs.
Exactly.
And same for like FL or Pro Tools or Cubase. I never heard anybody use Cubase.
I've heard Cubase is pretty good, but. It's one of those weird things that like as soon as you say that you prefer one over the other, everyone gets up in arms. It's like
no, that's whatever.
You know, it's that mindset.
Yeah, it's one of those weird niches that like people get so aggressive about. It's like just use what you're gonna use.
Do what I do.
They all do the same function,
Yeah,
that's why it's so easy to like you said, like you went from FL to Pro Tools, and you just understood it because they all fundamentally just do the same exact thing. Yeah. It's just how they approach it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's a weird console war thing.
I don't know. But yeah, it's yes.
Yes.
So do you have a dream piece of gear that you got your eye on? Something that you've always wanted to get?
Oh, I brought it up earlier. It's like I want a 909. I really want a 909.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about the 909.
I really want a 909.
That would be awesome.
There's like this Behringer one. It's like a replica one, but it's always like out of stock.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said like earlier, like I could get a Reverb, but it's like they always like mark it up like so expensive. Like I think they go for like $320 or something, and they're selling it on Reverb for like $500 to $600 or something.
Yeah, it's that middleman's shit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
I
just
want it so bad.
stick it out. Keep your eye on it. You'll get it eventually.
Buying hardware is such a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anyone either in the local scene or just an underground artist that you've listened to in the past that you would love to collaborate with?
I really love the Red Sea a lot.
Nice.
They're
really,
coming on here soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I don't think I really met Isaac all too much, but I would love to meet him. I just love his stuff.
I've never met them.
No.
They're coming on the show soon. Like I think we're recording them next week.
Yeah, we were doing the podcast next week. That's the beauty of this project is like you just like meeting people the day of and like able to sit down and just have a full on conversation with them.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But anything else, I pretty much met all like some other cool artists like Desert Island Boys, they're great people.
Yeah, great dudes.
Luxury Furniture, you guys. But yeah, I haven't really I don't think I've even seen a show. I really want to see a show soon of the Red Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're on in for July, so
Yeah.
the July Feature 52 showcase, you can come out and see them live.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like that we're doing all these what's your dream blank questions. I got a new one.
Yeah.
What would be your dream venue to play at? Local or not?
Yeah.
It'd be cool to play in that like sphere that they're building.
Yeah.
The sphere, yeah.
By the Palazzo.
Yeah.
That thing looks nuts.
When they first announced that they were going to start building that, they said that it was going to be like every seat has the exact same sound quality.
Whoa.
So
Yeah, well,
sense
because
for
it's
sphere,
it's a sphere, so like you get like the equal.
But I think that, I mean, don't quote me on this. I don't know what they're actually doing because now that it's actually being built, I'm sure plans change. But they were talking about using like new tech for the sound where it's like laser audio, where it's like, I know they're using it in, I want to say Japan, but I could be wrong. Some other country, they're using new audio tech for like advertisements. So it's like you'll be walking down the street and there's like a laser focused audio stream that only you can hear. You might be like standing next to somebody, but they can't hear that same advertisement that you're hearing.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like targeted. So I heard something through the grapevine that they were going to be doing something along those lines for the sphere so that everybody got like the exact.
That would be cool because it seems like the sphere. It's like it's a cool building. It's a big ball, but like it seems like I haven't done like a whole lot of research on it, but like it seems like it's a catalyst for like some new tech.
Yeah,
like,
well, I know
town.
the inside they want to do like a huge visual thing on the inside, so it's like
That's what I'm excited about.
yeah.
And the outside too. It's like
The outside's
the
one big screen
outside,
too.
oh.
Yeah. Do you guys know what it's called?
I don't know actually.
It's
Yeah.
just Madison Square Garden, so it's like the Vegas Madison Square Garden. But it says here that they're gonna have 157,000 ultra directional speakers.
Ultra directional speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick. Wait, so it's
we're
just
getting an MSG.
it's the Vegas Madison Square Garden then?
Yeah,
The-
MSG Sphere.
Oh, the Madison Sphere Garden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That sounds like a band
It
name.
sounds-
I love
It's
they're
Sphere.
calling it the MSG Sphere. Why not just the Vegas MSG and just change the S to Sphere?
Yeah, I mean,
Genius.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
it's like
man.
a
Come on,
Futurama, but they got the Madison Cube Garden.
Yeah. No, yeah. That I'm very interested in that. I guess you'd call it like a venue, a theater. I don't know, because I know they're gonna do like plays and stuff in there too.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it. I think it's a huge waste of money, personally. But that said, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna experience it.
We live in Vegas, dude. Everything's a waste of
Yeah,
money.
I don't know, but in terms of like live production and audio and visual, like just a viewing experience for entertainment.
Yeah,
it seems
I'm
like
excited
it's
for
gonna be a
something
big
new.
step. Yeah,
Yeah.
because at least in Vegas, it's like, all right, a new casino with the same, you're inside the venue, it looks the same. It's the same as every other one in town, basically, at least with the mainstream ones. But I don't know. This seems like something new, something interesting. So, like, we're viewing some new shit right now.
Yeah,
it's cool.
hopefully it's not just a bunch of publicity. It's hopefully it's not just another venue. Like, I hope that it really is something new, because it makes me like it a little bit more than just seeing it as a huge waste of money.
Have they announced what's going to be the opening?
I have no idea. Yeah, I have.
It's still being worked on. It still has some time.
Yeah, I mean, it's still just a skeleton when you drive past it.
It's getting there.
It is.
I saw it yesterday. It's like it's looking.
But it's
pretty
still.
cool.
I mean, still got a long ways to go.
No, absolutely. But I imagine they would start figuring that out now.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure they already know what the first show is going to be. It might even be
delayed.
yeah,
Delayed.
it might even be like announced, and I just don't know about it.
Yeah.
I don't,
Anyway,
despite living in Vegas, I don't keep up on the Strip info, like the Strip news.
Yeah.
Most
You'd
locals
think,
don't.
You would
Yeah,
think
we don't.
like if you
We
don't
don't.
live in Vegas, you're like, yeah, all they care about is the strip. It's
Yeah.
like,
We stay away from there.
yeah.
We try to keep our distance.
Yeah.
Unless they're paying us.
Unless they're paying us.
True.
Well, how are we doing on time, Space Boy?
We're at about 42 minutes.
Oh,
That
we got 10
flew
minutes
by.
before the golden minute.
The golden minute.
52.
Oh.
But yeah, I think we're about ready to head into wrap up mode.
Yeah.
But what is something that you can tell the audience that most people don't know about you, as an artist, as a person, however you want to interpret that question?
What they don't know about me?
Yeah,
They don't know who I am.
this is true. This is true. We don't even know who he is. We can't see his face.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
He didn't show his face when he showed up.
No.
No.
He showed up
Totally
like that.
didn't.
Yeah. He showed up with the shawl on, said, "I'm here to rob your house."
But yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. What's the question again?
What's something that most people don't know about you? It's a tough one to be put on the spot with.
It is.
I would.
It is.
When I wrote that question down, I was like, I would hate to be asked this.
So let's ask.
It's like being asked, like, what your favorite band is.
Yeah, that's so hard.
Yeah, I mean,
That's hard.
whenever someone asks me that, I just automatically am like, all right, here's like 5 that I like right now.
Yeah, yeah. I always give whatever I'm listening to at the moment.
Yeah.
Speaking of what we're listening to and our favorite bands, you got any major influences for Star of Xenojin? Yeah, we usually go over that, but we just got to talking gear and talking shop.
Yeah. What are some of your influences?
Big influences. Oh, I really liked MGMT. They got me
Yes.
like really into like indie music at the time. Sonically, like I really love like the second album. I forgot what it's called. Fuck. I love them, but I don't know the album.
Yeah, I get that.
But it's been so long since I've heard it, but it definitely like played a big role. I really love Masayoshi Takanaka.
Yes. Oh my god!
Amazing
I only
guitars.
recently started listening to them.
Yeah.
Him. It's one guy, right?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah. I really love like a lot of Japanese like jazz fusion and like I just like how it sounds sonically, so I try to take from that, and a lot of the electronic music out there too. Like the electronic side, I would say like Ken Ishii or who else? Echo Man. Oh, I really love Jeff Mills. I really love Jeff.
What
Mills.
is it, Jeff Mills?
Yeah, he was like a big '90s like techno like artist.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll have to throw that one on the playlist.
Yeah.
on the
he's
queue. I don't
big.
know that one.
He's like known for like the 909. Like I think there's like a little video of him like messing with the 909. He was doing a 909 workout, and it was just nuts. He just all he had was this 909 machine. He's just going like nuts with it and just creating all these like crazy patterns on the fly. I was like, whoa, that's so cool.
Nice, just with the 909 alone.
Just the 909 alone.
That's
It was, yeah, it kind of made me think like a drum clinic, but like with an electronic drum set. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like drum clinics, you just kind of like go ham, right?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of
give a little basic lesson, but that would be cool to do like electronic gear clinics or like I guess we call it a click. Like this is what I'm using today. It's just 2 hour lecture on like all the ins and outs of this piece of gear. That'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's we'll put some Future 52 money towards that in like 5 years.
Great investment.
We'll fund some gear clinics.
That would honestly be awesome though.
Yeah.
Like having past artists back and doing.
Oh, that would be
Clinics like
sick.
that, that'd be awesome.
I mean, there's plenty of lectures and like classes out there for DAWs because there's just so much to talk about in that world. But I think doing it for analog gear would be cool. Kind of. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there, but a physical, in-person meet and greet and stuff that'd be cool. Little mixer
Could be part of the patent pending feature or
patent
52 Fest.
the patent pending Feature 52 Fest.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe we'll talk it. That's it's going in the meeting notes.
Yes.
More events that we can attempt to throw with our low budget.
Budget?
Yeah. All the money that's coming out of our wallets. Yeah, that's the budget. I guess it's time to wrap up. Is there anything that you would like to plug before we shut the cameras off?
That's it.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty solid plug.
Thank you.
I'm about to plug.
Well,
Plug it in.
you can see this lovely man and other artists coming into the June Feature 52 showcase.
Absolutely. At Boolhaus, you can find the information right here on the screen.
Wow.
And if you are an audio listener, you can find it in the description. We've got what was that?
Oh no! I'm just like.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, wow. We've got Star of Xenojin. Is it Xenojin or Xenojin?
It's both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fez keeps saying Xenojin, and I'm like, that doesn't sound.
I usually say Xenojin.
Xenojin? Okay. All right. That's how I'm going to start saying that. We got Star of Xenojin. We've got June, the artist, not the month. We've got The Red Seduction, and we've got Machine Death live June 25th at Boolhaus. Come out and see some live music and support local artists, underground scene. You got anything else to say, Mike?
Just be on the lookout for the live session coming out on Friday.
Absolutely.
It's going to be sick. It's one of my favorites we've had so far, honestly. Like, just very good stuff. But be on the lookout for that, and we will see you at the showcase.
Absolutely. Take care. Gooby. Have a goob day.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you. Did I channel my Fez for that one? Okay.
Absolutely. That was very Fez.
Fez was inside of you and you brought him out.
He lived through you today.
He certainly did.
Gone but not forgotten.
I hope I hit record on the computer. That would be amazing.